We are reading Śrīmad-Bhāgavad Gita, chapter 3, shloka number 40. Chapter 3 is titled as Karma Yoga. Bhagwan Krishna is saying to Arjuna, Indriyani mano buddhir ashyadhisthanamuchyate eter vimohayati esha Gnanam avritya dehina. Indriyani is the senses. So Lord Krishna is saying to Arjuna that, hey Arjuna, there is an enemy whose name is lust, kama, and it is the most devouring enemy. Most devouring enemy, and it leads to the sinful activities. And where does this enemy lies? So enemy stays within our body in senses. Indriyani. Manaha is mind. Buddhi is intelligence. So these are the sitting places of lust. What are the sitting places of lust? Senses, which are, senses means eyes, ears, nose, tongue. These are the places of residence of lust. Then mind, mana, and buddhi. These are the three places. Ashya adhishthanam uchyate. Adhishthanam means sitting places. Etera vimohayati esha. Gnanam avrityam dehina. So this lust, which is situated in the senses, the mind and intelligence, it covers the knowledge of living entity and it bewilders. Vimohati. Vimoha karna yani it bewilders. Somebody who is intelligent also and maybe knowledgeable also, he can get bewildered by lust because this is where it is situated. So lust will cover all the intelligence. So a person who is knowledgeable will also lose his intelligence because the lust is taking all the control. So Srila Prabhupada writes, the enemy has captured different strategic positions in the body of conditioned soul. And therefore, Lord Krishna is giving hints of those places so that one who wants to conquer the enemy may know where he can be found. Mind is the center of all the activities of the senses. And thus, when we hear about sense objects, the mind generally becomes the reservoir of all ideas of sense gratification. And as a result, the mind and the senses becomes repositories of lust. So, enemy means one who is against your goodwill, who is against your well-being. So that is lust. So lust, what does it do? It covers the key positions. Key positions are the senses, the mind and intelligence. So if you really want to conquer this enemy, then you need to know where this enemy is situated in your life. Otherwise, you will keep on finding the enemy. You will never be able to find it. So Lord Krishna is making our life easy. So, Lord Krishna is saying that we should know where this enemy is situated in your mind, in your life. So one is senses, then mind and intelligence. So first it goes to the senses, then senses send the signal to mind. That is why Krishna, Bhakti, it is mentioned in Vaishnava song book. Bhajahu re mana Shri Nanda Nandana Abhaya Charanara Vindare दुर्लभ मानव जन्म सत्संगे दुर्लभ मानव जन्म सत्संगे तारो हे भव सिंधुरे भजहु रे मन श्री नंद नंदन अभय चरणार vindare. So in this bhajan it is mentioned that, O mind, just worship the lotus feet of son of Nanda, who makes one fearless. Having obtained this rare human birth, cross over this ocean of worldly existence through association of saintly person. So here in this bhajan also it is mentioned that the most important thing in our mind, in our life, if we really want to be peaceful, happy, is to engage our mind. Engage our mind in remembering Krishna. Bhajahu re mana Shri Nanda Nandana Abhaya Charana Ravindare. So our mind is very tricky. It is very confusing. Mind wants something like this, and then next time something this and that. Mind is always wandering here and there. Mind is chanchala. Mind chanchala hi mana Krishna, which means it is not stable. Chanchala is shabda used for kids. You know, kids are very chanchala. They run around here, there. They never sit at one place. If there is a kid is moving, never listen. They're just running around. Chanchala. It's very hard to control the kids. And another person to control difficult is the monkey. Monkey is also very chanchal. One tree to another, jumping here and there. And you can't control the monkey. Similarly is our mind. Mind is very dangerous. If there is any dangerous organ in your body, which is mind. Mind, if it is disturbed, then it can destroy your whole life. You might have all the money in the world, but if the mind is not under control, then you go mad, psychiatric. And psychiatric cases, they are having no treatment. No treatment. Depression, anxiety, bipolar disorders are very difficult disorders. And nowadays, so-called civilization, it creates more mental problems than anything else. We are becoming better at physical facilities actually. We have nice air conditions, we have nice lighting, nice fan, nice car, but still mental problems are increasing. Huh? Actually, they are building a new jail in Thunder Bay because the current jail is smaller size. The more criminals. So they can't accommodate the criminals in the jail. They're building a new jail. Then they just built a new hospital 10 years back, 12 years back. The hospital now is full. They want a bigger hospital now. So you can see that if life is becoming better, then the hospital admissions should decrease actually. It is always in our hospital there is a code called code gridlock, which means that there is not a single bed empty in the hospital. All the beds full. 400 bed hospital built just few years back. So what do we say? This is advancement. Yes, we are advancing in number of patients becoming more, and the jail is becoming shorter. So what do we say? Like number of homicides, the death because of gun shooting are very high. Number of drugs people taking are increasing. The number of shooting in the schools are increasing. So what do we say? Is this advancement? Yes or no? Of course, yes, we are advancing in the wrong direction. All the jails are full of criminals, hospitals are full of patients, and the schools, kids go and they get murdered for no reason, and divorce rate is very high. Nowadays, people get divorced every second, third day, like it's unbelievably crazy. So we are advancing in a wrong direction. We are going in a reversed way. And the only problem for all this is the mind. There's nothing else. They are making advancement, big buildings and all those things are good. But if the mind is crazy, what is the use of money? If your mind is not in a proper place, then that money is of no use. So, Lord Krishna here is saying to Arjuna, hey Arjuna, this enemy is very dangerous. And that enemy is within you, it's not outside. Don't go and find the enemy outside. Enemy is within your heart actually. He's lying, hiding, but we just don't know where the enemy is hiding. So Krishna is saying that enemy is in your mind. So control your mind. How do you control the mind? It's very difficult. But it says here, Bhajahu re mana Śrīnanda abhaya charana ravinda. So without thinking anything, just surrender to Krishna. Just chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So this mantra is a magical mantra. In the olden times they used to snake charmers. Snake charmers, सांप पकड़ने वाले. You know, they used to have a pungi, and then they bin. तो बिन से वो सांप को पकड़ लेते. एक्चुअली में सांप को कान नहीं रहता है, सांप को सुनाई नहीं देता है. लेकिन वो उसको पकड़ लेता है बराबर. You don't know yet, I have never seen. But the thing is that the snake of mind, if you want to catch the snake of the mind, you have to play something. And that play is the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. If you play this mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Here you can capture the mind, capture the snake, and then put the snake in a bag, tie it, and then throw it in the jungle. Like that. Don't kill the snake, don't kill the snake. So here Krishna is saying, hey Arjuna, you are depressed just because your mind is overcome by lust, greed. So just don't worry about this thing. Just surrender. Surrender to Krishna. Actually, people who are less intelligent are very happy. People who are more intelligent are very unhappy because they think a lot. If you tell some person who is little less intelligent, okay, Krishna is the supreme, just surrender. Like kids are very humble. You tell them Krishna is surrender. Kid will surrender. But some elder, oh, why Krishna? Why not this? Why not that? They will ask 10 questions. So more smarter you are, the more is the problem for you. In bhakti, simplicity is the best. Just be humble, be simple. You have to accept the God. Without God, there is nothing, right? Now you call that God Krishna or Rama or Allah or Jesus, different names. But primary name is Krishna. And then Rama. These are Krishna and Rama are the two main names of God. And then there are other names, thousands of names of God. But then we have to engage this mind in Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, मुश्किल है, सब कुछ मुश्किल है. So we have to engage mind. If you do not engage mind in positivity, then what will happen? अगर आपका mind positivity में नहीं है तो क्या हो जाएगा? Negativity में चला जाएगा. There are only two way, in or out. That's it. There is no in between. You can't stay in between. You either become positive or negative. You can't be in the neutral gear. If you are in a neutral gear, what will happen? Your car will not move. You go forward or backwards. Neutral is no point. Neutral is as good as dead. So if you don't engage your mind in Krishna Bhakti, then your mind will be engaged somewhere else. So engage mind in Krishna consciousness. Actually, whole our existence is on the mind. Everything is mind. Mind is a very important organ of our body. But we have never taught in the school about the mind. Our parents don't know anything about the mind. None of our friends know about the mind. Because everything is about mind actually. Like आप अभी जो बात कर रहे हैं ना, वो मन से बात कर रहे हैं. What you are sitting now is your mind. If your mind is here, you won't sit here. आप अगर खाना खाते हैं तो कैसे खाते हैं? माइंड से खाना खाते हैं. कैसे? तो माइंड देखता है, आप आँख से देखता है, लेकिन आँख मैसेज माइंड को भेजता है, ये तो रसगुल्ला है, खाना चाहिए इसको. जब आँख देखती है तो माइंड सोचता है अरे रसगुल्ला खाओ खाओ. फिर दिखेगा अरे ये तो सड़ा हुआ फूड है, तो माइंड देखता है नहीं खाएंगे ये. तो आप खाते हैं कैसे? माइंड से खाते हैं एक्चुअली में. आँखें, आप जबान नहीं खाती है. Everything happens with mind. You see, somebody comes and you appreciate that person because your mind is liking that person. So it is mind. It is not eyes, not ears, nose. These are secondary. It is the mind which does all the activity. But we don't know about the mind, which is prime thing which is controlling our life. Do you spend any time for your mind health? Ah. So what happens, you see, if you don't spend any time for your particular thing, you neglect it. Like say you don't pay attention to physical exercise, then your body will go down one day. So you have never paid attention to the mental health. So one day you go crazy 100%. This is guaranteed because the mind is going to break down one day. है ना? आपका मन जो है, अगर उसको आपने एक्सरसाइज ही नहीं दिया तो वो मन तो खराब हो जाएगा. So what is the best exercise for the mind? So chant the mantra Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram. Actually ये जो है, ये मन का व्यायाम है. जैसे आप योगासन करते हैं तो शरीर के लिए करते हैं, वैसे ही मन को भी एक्सरसाइज जरूरी है. अगर मन को एक्सरसाइज नहीं दी तो मन पागल हो जाएगा, डिप्रेशन में चला जाएगा, गलत विचार करने लगेगा. माइंड इज लाइक दैट. Mind is crazy. Everybody's mind is like that, not only your or his or everybody's mind is like that. You see, our mind is having impression not only of this life but the previous life also. So you are carrying the memories in the mind from previous life, and then previous, like that. Millions of lives you are having memory in your mind. So mind is already crazy, and you engage your mind in watching a TV, you go more crazy, right? Or if you watch a movie, or you watch all the all the things on WhatsApp and Facebook, you are killing your mind. You are actually killing yourself, not mind. इट इज जानबूझ के अगर आपको बोले कि आप ये पॉइजन है, पी लो इसको, तो बोलेंगे क्यों पॉइजन पिला रहे हो मुझे. लेकिन दैट इज द थिंग, इफ यू डू नॉट एक्सरसाइज द माइंड, तो एक दिन मन जाने वाला है कचरे के डब्बे में. इसलिए हमें मन को थोड़ा ध्यान रखना पड़ेगा, है ना. रोज सुबह उठ के क्या करना है, 5 मिनट मन का एक्सरसाइज करो. कैसे करेंगे? हाँ, कैसे करेंगे बताइए, कैसे करेंगे? हाँ, तो इसको कैसे करना है? तो आप जब भी सुबह उठेंगे ना, तो आप बेड में उठते हैं तो क्या करते हैं? तो इमीडिएटली बाथरूम में नहीं जाते, कभी कभी बैठे रहते हैं थोड़ा आलस के जैसे. हाँ, तो जब ये ऐसे थोड़ी देर बैठे ना तो उसमें जप करिए, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम राम। सीधा आईफोन मत उठाइए, व्हाट्सएप चेक मत करिए, नहीं तो उठते ही सीधा फ़ोन चेक करते लोग, पागल हो गए लोग भी ऐसा क्रेजी हो गया दुनिया में। ये फ़ोन ने सबको पागल कर दिया है। सोशल मीडिया कुछ लेना देना नहीं, और फ़ोन बाजू में रख के सो जाते हैं, फिर रात को नींद नहीं आए तो फ़ोन खोलते हैं, फिर सुबह नींद खुली तो फ़ोन खोलते हैं, रात को सोने के पहले फ़ोन खोलते हैं, दोपहर को खाना के बाद भी, पहले भी। तो क्या चल रहा है समझ में नहीं आ रहा है। तो क्या करिए, एक्सरसाइज कैसे करना है, सुबह उठे ना कुछ नहीं करना है, फ़ोन को भी हाथ नहीं लगाना है, ऐसा फ़ोन को लंबा रखना है, बंद करके उसको चालू करके नहीं रखना, और फिर एक 5 मिनट ऐसा भगवान का नाम लेना है, बेड में ऐसे ही बैठे बैठे, हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम। फिर थोड़ा मन को एक्सरसाइज करके फ्रेश करके, फिर स्नान करते वक्त भी भगवान का नाम लेना है। बाथरूम में जाएंगे ना, फिर वो मन का मंत्र चालू रखना है, फिर बाथरूम में जाएंगे, ब्रश करेंगे, स्नान करेंगे, फिर भगवान को दर्शन करेंगे, फिर आप थोड़ा ब्रेकफास्ट करेंगे, फिर ड्राइव करेंगे, फिर कहाँ जाएंगे, काम पे जाएंगे। तो इतना टाइम मन का एक्सरसाइज चलते रहेगा, फिर उसको बंद करना है। ठीक है, तो ये ऐसा आप करता रहिए। आपका क्या नाम है प्रभु जी? शुभ नाम? हाँ, मोनार्क। कहाँ से हो आप? अच्छा,